Hey everyone, and welcome to the Beyond Life and Fitness podcast. I'm Cheryl Patton.
And I'm Megan Prince.
We started this podcast as a way to connect with more people who are struggling to fit it all in. The workouts, the food, kids, work, and relationships.
We know that we're not perfect, but we hope that through our struggles and our mistakes and our failures and our successes that we can help more people through their challenges and be successful. So if you want some tips and tricks to help you along your journey to be the best version of yourself, then this is it.
There we go. Okay, so we're going to also chat about, we talk a lot about, training and making sure that you're hitting your nutrition on point so that you can continue to progressively overload and get stronger and build a good lean muscle so you have a good healthy metabolism, and that way you can eat more food. But another huge part of the puzzle is recovery, not only for fat loss, but just for optimal performance and overall health. And there's actually 3 different areas when it comes to recovery. Everyone is very familiar, I think, with the physical recovery aspect. And I do find with the physical recovery, which we have chatted about a lot offline, it becomes so much more important as we get older. We just do not bounce back as much or as quickly as we used to. We don't get away with as much as we used to. We really need to make sure that we do take at least that 1 full day off of recovery. And it can be an active recovery day. So it could be doing a yoga class or maybe going for a walk. And so that way, if you feel like you do need to move your body, you can easily make that happen. But we do need to be able to physically recover by taking time off and getting our sleep in. A good 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night, good quality sleep, also helps towards our overall physical recovery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think what I see people do wrong so much is that they just get so addicted to the gym that they're just there all the time, every day, not with a plan, not with a goal, not with a structure whatsoever. They just feel like they need to be there. And what they don't realize is how much they're hindering their progress by not taking off time. I get it. I used to be that girl, right? That it was so hard for me to take days off. It was so hard. But then I learned that all the things that you're avoiding or covering up with by going to the gym, you have to deal with. So if you're ADHD or if you're, going through emotional stuff or stress or whatever, the gym can't be your only outlet for that stuff, because then I think that's where addiction comes into play, is that you don't know what to do on those days when you don't work out. I just have to. I can't not. And I'm like, but you're ruining your progress in the gym by doing that. Yeah. And I've had clients that are just like, I can't take off time.
Because they don't want to sit with whatever emotions are going to come up by not moving.
Yeah, or just covering it up, going to the gym. That's their dopamine hit for the day. But there has to be other ways for you to be able to find the joy, find the dopamine in the day, right? Like, if it's spending time with friends or going for a walk in nature or things like that. There's other ways we can do it, but I've been there when I've done that, and I can tell you, then you're not seeing that progress, right? When you can go to the gym 3 to 4 days a week and lift, which is the ideal, that's the ideal place to be. And then if you need to add cardio in there, but on those days, obviously you're walking, you're following your nutrition on days off, you're not sitting down doing nothing, you're active during that time. But I think going to the gym without an actual physical plan, just going, is such a detriment to.
It's like going to the grocery store without a grocery list. You're going to end up coming out with stuff you need
and spend so much money. Yeah, so why put all this time into the gym and not see the results that you want anyways, because you don't have a plan and you're not willing to take that time off to recover. So I think when you're thinking about a program, physical recovery has to be added into that. Physical recovery is a workout. You have to schedule that in as a workout.
Yep. And again, you may find that, oh no, I'm fine, I'm recovering, I'm good, I'll just keep push. It will get to a point where your body will tell you,
you won't be able to.
We're done. You'll have either some form of an injury, something. The body will tell you or it's going to give you some warning signs, very quiet, and then they'll eventually get very loud to the point where it's just going to break.
And mine at that point was a loss of menstrual cycle for 3 years, always cold, kind of hair falling out, I think, but I have super thick
hair. I didn't have that in university, but yeah, I was definitely, I think I only had 1 or 2 cycles a year for at least 2 years of university. At least.
And my thyroid was off. Yeah, so I went and I already had screwed up my thyroid, right, in those 3 years. So I think your body eventually will tell you. You could probably go for a pretty good length of time.
Especially if you're younger.
Yeah, if you're younger, you can probably just
push it a little longer before
the side effects, and then all of a sudden it will be like, so physical recovery, add that into your plan and your workout. It's not even an option if you're going to train.
100%. And then another way that we can recover is actual mental recovery. So again, a lot of us sit at desks most days of the week, very sedentary work jobs. Take 5 minutes almost every 30 minutes to get up, whether it's to get up and go fill up your water bottle, whether it's to get up and go to the bathroom, whether it's to get up and just do a random walk around the office. Just sort of getting up and doing those breaks from your multitasking at the computer, just from any feelings. Actually, emotional is the next one, but just sort of taking those mental breaks from your workday frequently throughout the day is obviously ideal, but again, whenever you can, try not to catch yourself going, oh my gosh, it's been 4 hours and I haven't moved, right? So being able to do that. Another thing is maybe doing some form of deep breathing, box breathing while at your desk, just to help bring down any type of, if you feel like your heart rate's going up, you're starting to feel a little bit anxious. And then also taking some time away from technology at night. You're probably pretty good during the day while at work, but if you can kind of pull it back even a little bit at night and kind of give yourself maybe a cutoff, maybe an hour before bed or an hour and a half before bed, you may find then you're going to also be able to sleep a little bit better at night, because you're now allowing your mind and brain to start to settle down a little bit sooner in the day and not be so stimulated right until you're like in bed.
Because you can't have that's another thing about that. Like I remember a couple weeks ago, I was on my phone texting clients. It was like 10:30 at night. All my lights were off and I was just on my phone. And so I didn't have any other lights on. And I just remember that night, like I literally was like in my closet trying to find melatonin. I almost took a Gravel. I didn't have any magnesium left. And I was just like, oh my God, my body was not shutting down at all, because you have that, it's telling your body to stay awake. And then sometimes I'm brushing my teeth, and it's a joke between me and my daughter, because she came in the one day, turned on the light when I was brushing my teeth. I said, don't do that, you're wrecking my chi. And she's like, what's your cheese? And I was like, no, you're wrecking my chi, which means when you turn on the light and it's late at night, it's saying to your body, wake up. Okay. So now it's this joke all the time. If I'm reading my book and she's laying beside me, she's like, Mom, you're ruining my chi right now. But I was like, same thing in the morning. Actually, my brother said this to me too. Like in the morning, if you go for a walk and it's sunny outside, when you first get that, if you put your sunglasses on, it actually doesn't tell your body that it's morning. Yes. So you're putting those on. He actually told us last week when we were away.
You mess up your circadian rhythms for the rest of the day.
For the rest of the day. And he said that I got sunburned at the beach because I was wearing sunglasses, because then it's not, when your body can see the sun, your body will then produce melanin to like protect it, which is, but if it doesn't come through your eyes, it doesn't know. It's not. So I'm like, I'm going to try this at the beach next time. I maybe see if I won't burn. If I'm not wearing my sunglasses. He's like, well, if you still stay out for 5 hours. I'm like, I know. But I was like, that makes sense. So when you're talking about things like, trying timing and going to sleep and all that stuff. And another thing somebody said, like if you wake up in the morning, not at 1 a.m., but say 5:30, your body wakes you up, you're alert, you're ready to go. You have to get up, because if not, if you sleep another hour, you wreck your circadian rhythm again. And I'm like, God.
And you feel like crap
hungover an hour later. So I'm like, oh my God, my body's been waking me up at 5:30 every morning. I'm like, oh my God, what is this? Like, I just want to go back to bed. And I'm like, no, I guess I'm just getting up. Here we go. We're starting the day. But things like that, right? Where you really have to pay attention to sleep and giving your body those cycles, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And then the last way that we can recover is emotionally. So again, if you're finding that you're under a lot of stress, you're feeling a lot of frustration, you're feeling a lot of pressure or senses of overwhelm, again, talking to someone who understands you really well, maybe watching a show or a movie that you know is going to make you laugh, because that's just going to increase those endorphins. And then just recognizing any type of emotional or stress eating that may happen because of that. And just, putting awareness onto that you're like, you know what, I am craving this because I know I am feeling like this, right? So there's many different ways that our bodies need to recover throughout the day, throughout the week. It's not just that physical recovery. We do need to recover mentally. We do need to recover emotionally, because like we have said many times, we all have a lot on our plates. We're all dealing with, whether it's aging parents, young kids, fill in the blank. It can be anything. But yeah, we all have a lot going on, and it's not all just about the physical.
Yeah, and also taking vacation time, finding the things that make you feel calm.
Yes.
I'm finding in the chaos right now that's really hard, because I used to love going to work and come home, have dinner, and then I would put on a VHS back 20 years ago. Just a mindless great movie. But now when it's kids and chaos and activities and all this kind of stuff, I'm like, where do you find the calm in that? I don't even know what my calm is anymore. Like, what thing makes me feel calm? Probably walking. But again, after a long, stressful day, you're like, the last thing I feel like doing is walking. I feel like sitting down. So I think you just have to find in the things that work for you. And like we talked about, it can't just be the gym. You have to find those other outsources of things that help you mentally and emotionally recover from life.
Yep, exactly. So again, make up a little list of different ways that you can sort of de-stress yourself mentally and emotionally, as well as physically, so that you can just have optimal health. Thanks everybody for listening today, and we truly appreciate you. And let us know what your biggest takeaway was today, and if you have any questions you want answered on the podcast. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast to automatically receive your episodes and to help us reach more listeners. We would love to connect with you on our socials, either Facebook or Instagram, with links in the show notes. Till next time, keep taking those small steps towards your best life.